It's nice to meet Mike Gregoire for the first
nice
time.
to meet you. I mean, this is incredible. You know, I'm an Everettite, so I was
Yes, I know.
born in Providence Hospital.
I was born at
1945.
Providence too.
Yeah. So, but I've never.
I beat you by 3 years.
I've never had the opportunity to actually visit this
Well,
mansion.
we have the family, a Hartley family over here. Maybe we can make introductions. Well, I think, Mike, I'll begin with Gene Hartley Anderson.
Who's a
Mike
good friend?
Gregoire.
Gee, who's a good friend of my mom.
Oh, is he really?
Gregoire, right?
Oh. And that's Neil, who's a friend of
Neil.
Dennis's.
Yes.
Hey, Dennis's.
Yeah, you went
Neil,
to Everett High School with him.
Well, no, I was a few years behind him, but I worked with him. My first job was at City Hall Planning Department.
Oh, right.
And he sat right next to me.
Okay.
First
And who was
time
that,
there.
Mike?
That's my brother, Dennis.
And then we also played.
Dennis Leroy Gregoire.
Yes.
He
We
played-
called him Dennis the Menace, and then we
Did
played
ya?
tennis for probably 15 years at Clark Park. He was part of the North Everett Tennis Club. So.
Right. Yeah.
And he took videos of the family reunion we had for the Hartleys in 1985.
Danny did.
Danny did, known by Danny.
Well, I'll be reminding him of this later.
And we have another.
I'm Phoebe Day, and I'm David's little sister, David Hartley. I think you were in high school with them at Everett High.
Everett High School, right?
It's right.
1963.
He was in your
He
class.
might have been 64.
Was he?
Okay, he was with Mike Price.
Yes, he's from that year. So I
Oh.
graduated in
Very
1969.
good, yeah. Well, I actually, because of, well, we lived in South Everett, so my dad built houses out by the country club in that area, Claremont, Blue Ridge.
I just never
He
realized you were.
lived
And
where they
we-
put all the Christmas tree lights.
We used
Yeah.
to, we'd move back and forth because he'd sell a house from under it, and when we were small, and then we lived in 4869 Alpine Drive,
Oh, beautiful.
which is, the houses that were built in the 50s.
Well, tell your mother you met Dennis's friend, Neil's mom.
Okay. Sure.
Okay.
Gene, what about the garage? Everybody asks about the
The
garage.
turntable is the highlight.
Oh, we need to get this tour underway. Now, Gene, are you going to kind of lead us around a little bit here with me?
So,
You explain the turntable.
Well, the turntable got hung up back in the 30s, and Roland Hartley called upon my father to fix it. And my father sent a man out there, and he found something wrong with the mechanism. There was a stone or something in it, and he fixed it.
I remember just reading about it. And then we thought it was going to be more involved, and it was just a stone.
That's all it was. I think earlier Jean mentioned that she was jumping. She mentioned these railings weren't here, and that's true.
There wasn't concrete at the bottom. There was lawn.
So,
Because
Jean,
you
can you
were
get up
here
there and demonstrate to us how you jumped off the
Yeah,
I
porch?
won't.
You're
Try-
not going to
just-
demonstrate that?
Just do the beginning. Just
Go do the beginning of it for us. That'll be good enough.
Yeah, sure.
So this would have been. When did she actually live here?
You
Well,
ready to catch?
Okay, we're ready. Let's see you jump. When I bought the building, Mike, there was a concrete ramp going all the way from the front porch out to the sidewalk. So from here to there's a concrete ramp, and the building was painted kind of a maroon red, I believe. And these upper deck railings had been removed by my father. Apparently they grew weakened or whatever, and Roland Hartley didn't like them, and he had them taken off and didn't want them replaced. So guess what? Years later, decades later, my father and I replaced them. So they're all new.
Did you ever know that on the top, very top, there was a big wooden, fancy ornate thing that had RHH on it?
There's a picture of it I can show it to you. And I think, Neil, you mentioned something about the way things were here.
well, yeah,
when I bought the
after
building.
the Hartley family sold it to, I think it was the Legault Nursing Home, then they enclosed this, and it was some type of sunroom or something like that.
Craft shop, I think.
And then off the front or the side, there was this huge fire escape that, just was right on the front of the building. So, here you have this nice, beautiful home, and now part of it covered up by a fire escape that meandered down from the top floor down to the ground elevation.
I think Mike they had put up 2x4s instead of the balustrades. So
And I think it was
looking to show.
a wood fire, which was kind of weird, like a wood fire escape.
Yes.
You
So
know,
this was, so it was the nursing home was here
Yeah.
When you were
during
in high
time,
school.
when I was in high school.
Yeah, right.
So I think the Hartley family sold in about 1952.
No, I think it was Phoebe, wasn't it? Like in the late 50s?
It was like late 50s.
when you were-
really late 50s, right?
I still lived there. You were just a baby
I was
when
born in
it was
54.
sold. It was sold right about 54.
When I bought this place, Mike, there was this craft shop here, and there was a door here. So we had the window replicated at Covenant Art Glass, and you can see the replicated window over there hanging inside. Because I got a call one day from Roger Gilbert, the Brass Nut Antiques in Snohomish. This man called me out of the clear blue. I didn't know him. And he said, I have your window. And I said, what do you mean you have my window? I didn't know which window he had. He had this window. So we replaced the original window here.
This is incredible. Now we're in the architect. It was actually built. What was the year again?
1910?
Yeah.
Mike, did you sign in?
Oh, okay.
After Darla, we'll be able to have you sign in.
I want to show Mike something.
Yes.
Something looks familiar.
I wish I could have brought Mom today.
Oh, she's a dear.
Oh, it's in front of the governor's mansion in Olympia.
Yeah, and there's a little girl right there.
Who's
That's
that
me.
little girl there?
Is that you?
That's me.
Incredible. Now what it?
That's me. That's my father. That's my mother. That's my grandfather. That's my Aunt Mamie and Gretchen. That's my Aunt Gretchen, my Uncle David, and my cousin David, the one that you went to high school with, his sister Sue, his sister Gretchen, my two sisters, Marcia, Judy, and Marcia.
Amazing. It's really, that really hasn't changed.
Hasn't changed, has it?
That,
Well, this, what kind of this wall was lined with those bookcases that have glass fronts. Layer.
So bookcases here.
Yeah.
And those are the bookcases that Edward and
You.
Mary and myself
Yeah.
at our homes.
And
very good. Well, there's an old phone. Yeah,
Let's go over and take a look at the phone. It's my understanding, Mike, that Roland Hartley wrote all of the names and so on there. Gene told me that. Sue Brown told me.
You can see that the names are still there. On the left here.
Without system.
Yeah.
Like most intercoms.
Mr. Edward, Mr. David, and the two sons of Roland. So I had quite the intercom system. So the names are over here. So guest room, I guess, the den.
Okay.
So what is this room?
the billiard room, which had a billiard table and had a player piano in the corner. That's why I can't understand. That must have been removed or something. And then,
Did he have that down in the governor's mansion?
no, I don't know if we had, there was one down there. I was kind of young there. I was only 7 when we had.
Because we were trying to find
No,
the
that,
old,
I don't even know
pool-
where that went. It went
the
early.
poker table and the billiard pit table.
On the other side where your bathroom is was a closet.
So you didn't have a bathroom in the main floor?
No, that's why they had to put that one out on the porch for my grandmother. when she-
So your grandmother had a bathroom made off the billiards room?
Off the billiard room.
Roland's
onto
wife.
the porch.
Can you remember anything about this kitchen area?
No, my kitchen sink and had a refrigerator, icebox in this
We had
early
an
days.
icebox here.
Icebox, and there was a passageway from the outside to the inside to deposit the ice. That was a
Pantry.
pantry, which is now a bathroom. And where does that go?
Basement.
Still, okay. And the sink was here.
Gene, do you recall anything about the old dining room? Well, they were kind of formal here, weren't they?
It was kind of formal.
What about the hands?
When you sat down to the table, you had to sit in rest position.
Really?
Doesn't sound real comfortable, does it?
I don't
Try
know,
it now.
like this. It had nothing to, no, for prayer,
No, you
For
just sat there
grace.
and your hands were quiet and they were picking on anybody. And
What kind of guy was Roland Hartley? Was he kind of a real friendly fellow, or
he was friendly, he was fun,
did he play practical jokes?
yes, he did. He was good with it. he had a container, and he put it on the ground. There was something inside of it, but it was always money. And if you wanted the money, if you dared reach in and get it, you could have the money. But there was an electrical shock system set up.
Really? So he could give you a little jolt, huh?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Well, Gene, where did Roland and his wife have their bedrooms here?
Nina's was there, Grandma's was there, and Roland. We never called him Grandpa. He was always Roland.
What about his wife?
Her name was Nina, but we called her Grandma.
Grandma. And so this was her room over here?
This is her room.
Gene?
Was that Harlan you had with your wedding?
Yes, it was.
I thought so.
Similar. It's a similar car, not actually
it?
the same one.
Isn't that neat? They've come back.
Hmm?
They've come back.
They have, haven't
Those
they?
big tubs, yeah.
Gosh. Well, that wasn't a...
Now, Jane, whose bedroom was this?
This was Roland's bedroom.
This is the one that's serving
And
as my office.
It's all been changed.
Oh.
It was bigger. It was to that wall.
Yes, it went up to the wall, that's right. We put in an elevator here and partitions.
And he had a wonderful collection of elephants on his dresser, which was against the far wall.
Elephants.
Elephants. I wonder
Just-
why.
He's going to come up with another
No,
doctor story. I know
no.
he is.
I assume it was political.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
it
so.
was. We have a little elephant. You would appreciate this. We have a Shiba Inu, first dog in the state of Washington. I should have brought her. He's they're like a cat dog, and he has a little elephants
Oh.
that we give him to play with. Well, this is grand. I love this staircase.
Mike, this is original, but the caps are new because they put a firewall all the way around the stairwell with a fire door there.
Oh,
So we took all that out.
Oh, okay.
Sanford,
Hi.
this is Phoebe's sister, Beth.
Hi,
This is
Mike.
Elizabeth.
Nice to meet you. And this is
Elizabeth-
Mike Gregoire?
Elizabeth Carr.
I think I remember you from school.
Yes. At
Everett High.
Everett High.
Yeah,
Richard Eakes, videographer and friend.
you do?
Well, come on, we are touring.
Okay.
Is this where the moose heads were?
Yeah. Up on the wall.
What was that?
Beth remembers
That's
this little girl.
my main memory of coming up here with Roland and seeing the moose on the wall.
Where was the moose? Exactly where was the moose? Let's nail this down.
It meant-
His gun closet was here, we took that out.
Then it must have been.
And his roll top desk was here.
I think it was above the desk. Is that what you think?
I don't really remember, but I thought it was over there. But that doesn't mean anything.
I would have been 3. So.
Well, you had,
Oh.
I didn't pay much attention to that. I like to get in the desk.
The roll top desk?
It had pencils and paper clips.
Who has the desk now?
Wait, it does
Who
have
has
the
the
view
best
of the
what?
porch.
Who has the
I think the Snohomish County Historical Museum has the desk, the roll top desk,
Mm-hmm.
but they don't really have a home right now, so I think it's in storage down on Everett Avenue down,
But it'll
by
be
North
brought
Middle.
out.
Yeah, it's in storage there. Actually, they had a few years ago that fire,
Mhm.
and luckily it wasn't damaged. The fire department got
Mhm.
everything put out in time, but that's where the desk is located. But everything, all that stuff is just in storage. But it used to be up at the museum at Legion Park. When
That's right.
They had the museum up there for a number of years.
Mike, that fixture, that Masonic fixture was here in his study. And the Masonic sconces that are over my exam table in my office, that was his bedroom room here. So
Oh.
we kind of moved things around a little bit.
Oh.
He wasn't here to say no, so we just
Yeah.
went ahead and did it.
Nobody else would.
Yeah.
And there was a closet there.
There's a gun closet though. So Gene, what was this in here? Whose bedroom was this?
This was his daughter Mary's, who we knew as Mamie.
And so he had, Roland Hartley had 2 sons and a daughter.
Right.
So the daughter's bedroom was here.
She was-
Okay.
Yeah.
Gene, this was his son's bedroom, David's bedroom?
That's what we think.
David's bedroom?
He was, yes, probably.
And so they had a common bathroom in here. You told us a little something about that bathroom. Let's go in that bathroom.
We had a younger cousin and it was fun to play.
Yeah.
Hey,
Well, you can start almost
you
like a
can't lie
swimming
down.
pool. This is those are.
Aren't they fun? Look how thick they are.
Oh yeah.
So, that's,
It's a shower there.
She said, Mike, they never used it much. They had a curtain around it, and I guess they never used it very much.
I just don't remember it ever working.
So we'll go up to the 3rd floor. Or go up this
Are you
way.
going to go up?
Yeah. Now this
And
was
the story-
your,
My father's.
this was her father's bedroom. Right.
But it's changed considerably.
So when your father had this as his bedroom, Gene,
You're going to catch me.
so he was the only one to have an upstairs bedroom in the ballroom.
Yes, he was,
level.
yeah.
So your dad slept right here.
My father, David, I think, slept over here, and his sisters were on this side, and he used to go out the window and over the roof and come down the other side to scare them
Oh no!
late at night.
Oh, that is like high up.
Yeah. And the other thing they did was go down the laundry chute to the basement, which was against the rules also.
They hurt themselves.
Yeah.
Because at that time it wasn't a dumb waiter. There's just a straight shot all the way down to the basement.
So
They did it?
Yeah.
You used your arms and your legs.
To
How-
stop to.
What was that, Gene?
You used your arms and your legs.
Show me that posture again. So that's the laundry chute posture right there?
There are two pictures. One of the pictures that you have, Sanford, is the old Clark Nickerson lumber mill on the waterfront, taken from this spot. And then after the Clark Nickerson mill was dismantled, probably in the 1930s, and they started building Puget Sound Pulp and Paper, which became Scott Paper. I have a picture that I'll give to you that is of the same view, and you'll see there's a house down here, kind of covered by the tree. You'll see the big tall building here of Kimberly Clark, and there's just a few buildings. Most of the homes are not here. A few buildings of Kimberly Clark, but if you hold it up, you'll really be able to see this is the same view from about 1935 to the present. So
that picture was 35.
I think about
The
1935.
sailing boats in it.
Not the one that I have.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
The one that you have downstairs has the sailing ships.
That was shot.
That was probably back in the 1920s, the teens. But yeah, so I noticed that was one picture you didn't have, and it's an extra one that I have, so I have it framed for you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
It'll be yours.
Well, thank you. This is
Mike, thank you for
keeping
joining us
Everett
on the
history
tour.
alive. I mean,
Thank you very much.
and preserving it. It's
I know you're very busy
Well,
today, and
appreciate
you're going
it.
from event to event, so we
Well,
appreciate
we
you coming out.
do, but this
Thank
is
you very
always a great thrill, and particularly when it's your home city and you forget it. I mean, I look off of the waterfront, and I worked at Everett Fish in the summers, and now it's a microbrew.
Oh, it's
Scuttlebutt.
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 Yeah.
That was a very active and aroma, yeah, fish plant. But the Radoviches and the Chases had that, and it was helped me through college. So and Longshore down here, and it still brings back an awful lot of memories.
You did some longshoring?
It was the way to get extra money. Yes, I mean, you see the port, and now that it's one of the best Navy ports in the nation.
What was that?
Spot. Oh, yes. If you check with the Swabbies on that, and the port, I mean, it's
First choice.
first choice.
Yeah.
And I mean, if you ever have the opportunities, but so it's very special. Thank you.
Oh,
for
thank you
letting-
very much.